And it's the same in prison, right?
Oh, the prisons are controlled. It's insane. If the public knew what's going on in those prisons, you'd be shitting yourself.
You were in solitary out of your choice?
Not my choice, no.
If you hadn't been in solitary, would you have been safe?
No, I'd be dead.
So what should they have done with you in jail?
They shouldn't have put me in jail.
What? Okay.
Civil offence. I should have gone to a DCAP, open prison. There was one called Britannia House with 40 prisoners, no Muslims. They could have put me there.
Why didn't they?
Because they wanted to put me on solitary confinement. Because they wanted to hold me. When I got into Wood Hill Prison for making a film. Yeah, I made a documentary. Do you know who signed me off on solitary confinement? Shabina Mahmood. She wrote it. She signed it off every 42 days. Because the prison aren't allowed to do it. We have the Mandela rule. It's 14 days of solitary confinement. After that point, it messes your head. So they're not allowed to just hold you in solitary confinement. So actual Ridikwana, Michael Adabalajo, none of them have been in solitary confinement. None of them.
Seriously?
None of them.
And you have?
But I was held in solitary confinement. I got brought into
the guy that knifed children.
The guy that knifed children. No,
the guy that beheaded.
You know the guy that knifed children? I land in Belmarsh prison. I'm in Belmarsh. And this is why the Secretary of State put a banning order on any of my conversations mentioned in Southport. Yeah. The Secretary of State, they give me the black and white writing. The Secretary of State signed off. Yeah. And then they put me on the controlled visits where every second, so from the minute I went in jail, everything was recorded. From my phone, every time I picked up my phone, someone's waiting on the other end listening. So I could only have a phone call at a certain hour because someone's sitting there listening to my phone call.
Do they cut you off?
Yeah, they cut it off all the time. They cut it off all the time.
What you said?
Because of what I said. Sometimes they just cut you off just to take the piss. So sometimes they just don't turn the phone on. I'd wait all day. So, and you know, if you're sitting there waiting, I'm waiting to ring my kids. I'm panicking anyway. You're on solitary confinement. You've got a lot of time. You're just sitting there. And then I get my phone's meant to turn on at 6 o'clock. So they just don't turn it on. I'm ready to lose your head. And I think I'm waiting to ring my kids. I want to know my kids are all right. I just want to check in with the kids. But on the whole solitary confinement thing, they brought me in there, and for making a documentary, I made a film.
Well, was it contempt of court?
It was contempt of court because they gave me an injunction preventing the public from ever seeing the evidence. Now, the film, I have to be careful what I say here because I'll be straight back in jail.
Well, don't then. I want to ask you though, because this is something people, when I haven't told anyone.
I purposely released the film, obviously, yeah?
Oh, I know that.
I intentionally done it.
So you intentionally broke the law?
Yeah.
And you knew what the consequences could be.
Right.
So that, I would say again, people who like you or don't like you need to recognise that certainly for your convictions, you're an extremely principled and brave person. They might disagree with your views.
Well, you have to understand that the attack and the weaponisation of the court system and the judiciary that's gone on to me, yeah, obviously I'm very upset about it. I'm upset about what they've done to my life, what they've done to my family, about all of it. So whilst I'm very principled, I'm also very bitter. Yeah? And so when it comes to that film, I knew that I had evidence that would show the public they're fucking lying. Yeah? Here you go, watch it. They're lying. Yeah. And I had a vision that the damage that could do, because this was far bigger than Tommy Robinson. Yeah. Because anyone who stands up, this is what you face, not just against Islam. Yeah. So the weaponisation, you could be an animal rights activist. They're coming for you. Yeah. They don't like anyone who brings people together, anyone who is a strong activist, anyone who can galvanise the public. You know, they've just seen 1 million people turn up in London. They're going to want to finish me. I know they are. They're going to never want anyone having the power to bring people together like that. They've purposely orchestrated and controlled media, tech, everything for decades.
So that's what Manifesto is about, right? Your last book,
Yep.
2024, Manifesto. Yep. Now, again, it surprised me a bit because it's quite a conspiracy theory, basically.
But it's not. It's conspiracy theory backed up by the evidence with all the footnotes to show you where they're saying it.
Again, I don't want to tell people what they should or shouldn't think about it. They should read it. But what I'm saying is, can you understand that people say the same thing about you? That you are a tool of Elon Musk, for example.
Oh, well, I see that I'm a tool of Israel now.
Yes. So they say these things like that you're a tool of Israel, or that Elon Musk is bankrolling you, or that Elon Musk connected with Donald Trump has a plan to interfere in British politics. They might want to take over all of the NHS so that US health companies. I've heard every kind of conspiracy theory on that side, but I'm trying to say that as somebody that can see it the other way, can you understand how both sides can have their own theories?
Oh yeah, mate, have you seen Wassim Kempston? Oh God, bruv, let me show you this. Because then you understand how, do you know, since COVID was such a dangerous position for this country because no one believes anything. No one believes anything. Once you saw the government lie, once you saw them lie about the vaccine, once you saw them lie about lockdowns, once you saw them lie about all of it, then the trust in government has gone. The trust in government and trust in media. If you look at the statistics for how people think about media, Britain is at an all-time low. Not the communist countries, the former communist countries. British public do not trust the media. So we could have a deadly virus next week. Everyone's like, fuck off, you're lying.
So I hear what you're saying, which is when people realise they've been lied to about one thing,
They believe nothing.
Right, and that's quite dangerous, because is it the case that they've definitely been lied to about everything, or could they just have been lying to
No,
because that?
Because you can find things like this. Wassim Kempson, have a look at this. Have a look. This is insane.
I'll tell you what, on an academic level, I love conspiracy theories because they're very compelling and engaging.
What? 2 people. That's me. That's Wassim Kempson. That's an imam from London, yeah? But that's me, isn't it? Look, watch.
Or they think you're an imam.
They think I'm the same person. But but I thought that was me. My mum thought that was me. So that Muslim,
What you look like when you came out of prison.
I had to find the look, it's the same person, no? Look.
Who is that then?
That's an imam in London. He's actually 6'2", so I'll take that. But look, they're basically this conspiracy theorist is saying that I'm an actor for the government.
But I don't want to get stuck on this one. Like, what I'm trying to say is that we all have our own outlook, right?
Yep.
And I hear yours and I hear theirs and I know what I think, but isn't it possible that you are being used in the same way that you write in manifesto, that there are people, there's this 1%, they're trying to take control over everything for personal economic gain. This is what the book says.
Yep, well, they are.
And then there are people who don't even know that they're being used to perpetuate that.
Maybe. And maybe I've fallen into that. Maybe.
How do I know that's not you? You hang out with some pretty powerful, rich, influential people now, or have contacts with them. I mean, I saw you have a 20-minute conversation with Elon Musk.
That was good, wasn't it?
Right.
I was like, Mum, I just interviewed Elon Musk, man.
But a lot of people are terrified of Elon Musk. This guy, this billionaire, interfering in British politics, etc., etc. Other people say he's a hero for it. He's given freedom of speech, and they want him to come here and do that. But at the end of the day, can you understand how people who don't agree with him, whether you agree with them or not, say he's a billionaire? What's he got to do with us? He shouldn't be buying influence in the UK, and you're a tool of his, right? That's what they say.
Yeah, I understand all different people who buy into all the different conspiracies, because I hear so many people don't think I was even in jail. I think I was in Tel Aviv. It's mental. It's mental. John O'Looney, who's got quite a big platform, he's one of the main people during the COVID thing, done a video saying I come out of a town. He went in jail, and people believe that. They actually believe that. And then even with Elon, I just think Elon cared about free speech. It's as simple as that. Remember, America's view on free speech is a different world to our view. Yeah, they believe in total free speech. We, as a government, our leaders hate free speech. They want to control every speech. They want to control everything, absolutely everything. Now, the hate speech laws that they've brought in, they're not used to stop hate. They're used to control the native population to be silent whilst they're destroying our country, basically. Because if the actual hate speech laws were being used, do you know how many imams have called for jihad and holy war against Jews since October 7th in mosques in the UK? What, have they been put in prison? Have they been prosecuted? It just doesn't happen.
I mean, I say that all the time. If they applied the law evenly to, Talk TV did that montage.
The undercover stuff, yeah.
And it's not even undercover, because lots of them, they live stream them or put them up themselves online, and they just put them together and put them on television, I think. I mean, I've seen all those features before. So not all those exact ones, but
they don't face any prosecution.
Right. And then we know that people do for tweets that were considered.
I got nicked 2 months ago for fuck Hamas.
Right.
Fuck Hamas. I got arrested and questioned over 3 tweets. And I just sat there like, are you for real? Is this for real? You're actually doing this? Like, fuck Hamas? Yeah, fuck Hamas. Right. But again, it takes, like with my film, when I released that film, I was shitting myself. And it ate me up for 3 years not releasing it. So I had to release it because it was ruining me. It was destroying me. Because I knew I had a hand grenade that I wanted to throw back at them, that I thought if the public get to see this, they're going to see and question. The reason why we had 1 million people on the streets of London was a multitude of things. From COVID, Lucy Connolly, me being locked up, my film silenced, everyone who watched it.
Charlie
Kirk, October 7th. All of these things, unfortunately, had to happen. Lucy Connolly had to be locked up, okay, for the public to see the injustice